Alright, here's a brief history of the golf ball. Golf, as you may know, was created by shepherds in Scotland. Initially, they started hitting stones with sticks. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but golfers really love them. Anyway, from there, they actually started manufacturing them out of wood. The real first golf ball that took off was called the Feathery. And it's kind of like a leather baseball, but instead of having cork inside, it was stuffed with feathers, wet, damp feathers, and then sewed up. Because they were wet, they constricted when they dried, so they became very, very hard. Somebody then once came back from Africa with some gutta percha rubber and started molding golf balls out of that. The interesting thing about that is that they were very smooth and they flew very erratically until they'd been hit often enough that they started getting cut up a little bit, which made them a lot more aerodynamically stable. The gutta percha balls were then ultimately hand carved and then machine carved so that they became more aerodynamic. Gutta percha was in use all the way through the 19th century and into the 20th century. From the carved gutta to the bramble ball was the next iteration. These are actually dimples. They're on the outside. The dimples then yielded way to what were called, what are these? Wicker type balls, mesh balls. So if you can see that pattern. And value of golf balls depends on age, depends on condition. I've got a couple of balls that are mint that are upwards of $900 or $1,000 in value. Some of these really old ones, because they're not in as good of shape, are going to be around $350 or $500.